The Federal Reserve raised interest rates by 0.5 percentage point. It's the largest rate increase since 2000.
An aggressive move by the Fed as consumers battle the highest inflation in 40 years, and this may be just the beginning.
Inflation is much too high, and we're moving expeditiously to bring it back down.
Inflation can tax the most carefully managed budgets. During an average year in the United States, inflation eats into our buying power by 2 to 3%. At the time this video was posted, inflation sits at a staggering 8.6%, a level we haven't experienced in 40 years. What does this mean for most of us? Well, everyone's situation is different, but for most of us, it means we have to find ways to fight back, either through reducing our expenses or by increasing our income, or both. Welcome to Gray Skies Media. We're here to help you invest in your future. Please do us a favor and hit that like and subscribe buttons for more content like this. In today's video, we're going to discuss opportunities you can leverage to decrease costs or increase your income to help fight the impact inflation has on you. Let's start with the first strategy, cutting expenses. The first step is to understand where you can cut, either by creating a budget or re-evaluating your current budget. Your budget should include everything you spend money on: food, clothing, gas, housing, insurance, kids' activities, and etc. Examine where your money is currently going each month and decide what you can allocate to each item based on your income. Don't forget to include savings for an emergency fund, any big-ticket items you know you'll need, or your children's college, retirement, and etc. If you already have a budget, now is a good time to evaluate your current financial situation and readjust your spending to account for inflation. Some of the ways to adjust are grocery and household items. A simple place to start is to compare your current food budget with the USDA food plan recommendation. These plans will help you assess how you're spending compared to the suggested averages. If you're under, good for you. If you're over, consider adjusting, as you may be spending way too much on your grocery bill. Waste less. According to RTS, Americans throw away an average of $1,600 a year in just produce. Take a look at how much food you throw away each week. If it's a lot, change up what you buy and make sure you're consuming what you buy or are freezing it for a later time. Change your shopping patterns. Switching from expensive brands to store brands can save you money without much, if any difference in taste or quality. Use coupons. Comparison shop and buy your items in bulk where it makes sense, and check out lower-cost grocery stores. Meal planning is an efficient way to approach grocery shopping. Yes, planning takes effort, but it saves you money and time during the week. Consider choosing cost-effective foods by cutting back on your meat. Recent data shows that meat prices are some of the most affected by inflation, with beef 20% higher than it was a year ago. Prepare more meals with lower-cost staples like eggs, rice, pasta, and potatoes. While maybe not ideal, frozen fruits and vegetables are typically cheaper than fresh and may offer you a more affordable option. In addition to reducing your expenses on groceries and household items, there are other opportunities to reduce monthly expenses. Look into your current internet and telecom services. Many providers raise prices and impose data caps. If you're not locked into a cell plan, check into lower-cost plans or providers. Fuel prices have been hit really hard by inflation. If driving your car is draining your bank account, check with your employer to see if you can work from home a couple of days a week, or look into carpooling options. Run errands once a week in batches, ideally close to gas stations with the lowest gas prices, and look into gas station loyalty programs to lower the price. And don't forget about your car insurance. Compare insurance rates to see if you qualify for lower rates with your current company or a different one. If you have cut back on the necessities where you can, and it's still not enough, you may have to bite the bullet and cut out non-essential expenses. Evaluate all your non-essential purchases and stop buying them. Things like music downloads, apps, expensive coffees, alcohol, gym memberships, subscriptions, and etc. Look at how you spend money and stop buying anything that isn't essential. Remember, sacrificing today may prevent you from accumulating debt, which is far worse in the long run. And finally, reduce your monthly expenses by paying off your credit card debt. When you pay off your credit card debt, it's like giving yourself a raise as you are no longer paying the bank interest on the balance. If you can't pay it off quickly, try transferring your high-interest credit card balance to a card that offers a 0% interest introductory rate and pay it off before the introductory period ends, or get a personal loan with a lower interest rate and pay it off as quickly as possible. Strategy number 2. Increase your income. Cutting expenses isn't the only option to making ends meet during inflation. Many companies are struggling to hire qualified candidates right now, making it a great time to take a higher paying role within your company or try to negotiate a higher salary. If that doesn't work, you may have the option to take your skills to market and find a similar job with a different company who offers a higher salary. If that isn't an option for you, there are many opportunities to supplement your current job through side hustles. eBay, Facebook, Craigslist are all platforms where you can sell your unused items or sell thrift items for a profit. If you don't want to sell your items, you can enter the relatively new world of renting your stuff. You can rent rooms in your house, parking spaces, pool, car, baby gear, and even tools. You can drive for Uber, pet sit, deliver food, or freelance through an agency when not working your primary job. There is a ton of information online for side hustles. Do your research and find options that fit your situation and skill set. Strategy number 3. Continue investing. While this may not save or earn more money in the short run, and may even seem counterintuitive for some, the market is cyclical. And when the market is down, this is a great time to take advantage of the bargain prices of great companies. If you have a 401k, keep investing. If you find yourself having to cut back a bit, at least invest up to what your company matches. If the stock market is not for you right now, and you have extra money sitting in your bank account earning minimal interest, consider I-bonds. The interest rate for I-bonds shift along with inflation and currently is at an annual rate of 9.62%. This rate resets every 6 months. You must own these bonds for a year before you can sell, and if you cash out before holding them for 5 years, you'll forfeit the previous 3 months of interest. If you have money set aside that you know you won't need for at least a year, this may be a great solution for you. At the very least, check your current savings account interest rate and consider a high-yield account. While this won't beat inflation, you'll at least be earning more than you are now in your typical savings or checking account. During times of high inflation, it's important to keep your priorities in mind and make financial adjustments to avoid the debt trap by living on credit cards. It will catch up to you later, and once you're in a debt cycle, it's difficult to climb out. Adjust your spending. Look for ways to supplement your income. Continue to save and invest your money, especially for retirement. You may not control the economy, but you do have control over your spending and saving habits. What do you think about the video? Please, let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Click on that bell icon so you never miss an upload. See you in the next one.